Real Life TV episode 9. Special guest today, owner and creator of F&ME Clothing, my boy Hector. What's good?
What's going on, brother? How you feel? What's up?
Chilling. Glad you can make it.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
Facts. What made you fall in love with building a clothing brand?
I love fashion.
Okay.
Like I don't know, it just drives me. I've always just been somebody that just love to get fly. I love to look good. I love, matching things to a key, you know what I mean? Like it brings me just pleasure. Clothes bring me pleasure.
Okay, that's what's up. True. How'd you come up with the name F&ME?
See, it's so crazy because when I first started the brand, everybody thought I was jacking the word fame.
Okay, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it fast, you don't realize that the asterisk sign is the and sign rather than be an A. And originally, I was even on some corny shit, and I was like infatuated with like Pharrell. Okay. Like really inspired by him, you know what I'm saying? Like how he moves, what he does with the music, clothes, the culture. So, he had Billionaire Boys Club. Yeah. So I originally F&ME was gonna stand for like Future Millionaire Ego.
Okay, that's kind of a ripoff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then as I kept going through like my journey with fashion and with my brand and trying to like really develop it, I realized that everything that I kind of like gravitate to as far as like design and or what I'm trying to get across as far as my message and my clothes, it was always something that I kind of like had to be like apologetic for, because I realized the things that I was putting on fabrics and cloths, people were like
getting offended.
They were like shock value, like yo, like I'm totally fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really vibe with what you're doing. I love the message, but I don't know if I will wear it. It's kind of like it's like a double-edged sword. Like it's almost like somebody give you a compliment and smack you right behind it because you telling me it's dope, but you don't want to wear it because you don't want to let the world know you agree with what you're wearing.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
So now to say that it went from Future Millionaire Ego to Forgive My Emotions. You know what I'm saying? So nice. F&ME stands for Forgive My Emotions.
Got it. In 1985, that's
the year I was born. Okay. That's the era of greatness. Michael Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 85 was phenomenal. You know what I mean? I wish the Mets or the Yankees would have won in 85, but unfortunately they won the next year, 86. Yeah. The Royals took 85 World Series. Okay. You know what I mean? So that would have been everything if a New York base team would have had a championship in that year. But I'll take Jordan.
Take Jordan.
And myself. You know what I'm saying?
The Knicks had Ewing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
3. Who is Hector? The person.
The person.
Hector, yeah.
I like to consider myself a genuine guy, you know what I mean? Respectful, loving, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, all above, just that guy, you know what I mean? But I get a lot of comments from people letting me know that they appreciate my ways and my moral settings. So, I think I'm doing all right out here. But to sum me up, dope, stylish, humble, and family oriented.
Nice. Love it. 4. Who inspired you with the fashion?
Well, like I said, originally it's a plethora of different people that have really played with this thing we call fashion. Like, going all the way back to like Dapper Dan.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And going forward, people that right now are like reinventing just the idea of fashion, like Kanye West and like I said, Pharrell. I take my hat off to pioneers, individuals from FUBU and, you know what I'm saying, the Fat Farm. Yeah. I respect Jay and Biggs and them, what they did with Rockaway, you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't personally like my go-to as far as what I would put on myself, but what they did with corporate America and how they fed the streets with their fashion, I could respect it. And I drive, my mental is to drive that same way when I'm dealing with my brand.
Got it. 5. Who's in your top 5 clothing brands?
Top 5 clothing brands?
Yeah, of all time.
Of all time? Like you talking about high end, everything?
Everything and anything. You talk about when you was from a kid to today to 5 years ago. Like, if you had to pick 5 brands, like this is what I'm gonna rock with.
If the world stopped tomorrow and it was like, yo, you can only shop at 5 spots, I guess hands down, I'm always gonna be a fan of Nike, Adidas, hands down, Nike and Adidas, those off the rip. I mean, they're gonna cover everything from athletic wear to even like a little bit of high end, depending on who collaborates with them. You know what I mean? If you pay attention to them. So Nike, Adidas, I'll make it fair. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you two obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
everybody kind of generates to, and then as far as on a high end tip, I personally love currently Mike and Mary.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So a Mary jeans, a Mary denim. They just opened up a new flag store. You know, that's big for, you know what I mean, for the brand.
You got 2 more spots.
2 more spots.
It don't gotta be all new school. It could be like when you was from a kid, like something that, you know, you really rocked with.
And then if I could be even more honest, like I fuck with like streetwear heavy. So one person I rock with all the time, I even wear their clothes a lot, B Wood.
Okay, nice.
You know what I mean?
I
think he's doing a lot for the culture of fashion.
Yeah, 1 more spot.
1 more spot. I'll give respect to DKNY.
DKNY, okay, that's different.
DKNY, I say DKNY. Donna Karen,
New
everybody
York,
knows.
Yeah, Donna Karen, New York.
You know what I mean? Like, she made it cool. You know what I mean? To wear a female's name across your chest, probably knowing. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So, yeah, DKNY.
I rock with your top 5.
6.
How do you feel about the current clothing brand game?
It's very saturated right now currently. You know, I mean, that could be due to, I mean, on the high end, I guess I'm gonna say that you could base it on people being creative and expressing themselves. But then if you want to state the obvious, you know, it's because people have lately having a fluctuation in income, so everybody feels like the quickest flip is to go try to make a shirt.
Yeah.
You know, get a decent enough idea, times it by 100, 200 pieces, and then just go out there and push it like you would push drugs. You know what I'm saying? And then hope that your return comes back. You know what I mean?
Little do they know.
So, you know, it's not that easy, but currently the fashion game is crazy on the independent level of things. You know what I'm saying? I want to say on the independent creator level of things. You know what I mean? Like us coming up in the ranks, we're the ones that really fucking the game up because like everybody feels that they can make a shirt.
Yeah,
everybody. It's and I'm not knocking anybody because you know everybody with enough ideas, you probably gonna have you're gonna hit. You're gonna have a home run with one of your ideas. But if there's 40 designers right now all currently trying to go for that same home run, then there's just a lot of missing going on. This shit is it's a lot of wasted cotton out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at anybody. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh man, stop wasting cotton. I like that.
Please. Save a tree.
Save it.
Save a tree.
7.
If you had a dream collab, you could work with anybody.
Anybody.
Fashion wise.
2 people, Versace and Karl Lagerfeld, and unfortunately both of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised you didn't say Yeezy, but alright, I got
you. You know what I mean? I respect Yee. I respect them. You know what I'm saying? What he do. I don't really know to what extent fashion he's really involved with the overall brand itself. But I mean, he has a sense of fashion. Obviously, you know, he's ears to the streets and he knows what the people want. But I don't really know if it's him designing it or he just has a great team.
Okay.
And he's just the one just doing all the crossing the T's and dotting the I's and making all the checks at the end. You know what I mean?
Got it.
8.
Besides the clothing brand, do you see yourself branching out into other things?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, fashion is just one of the few things that I do personally, you know, but I'm good at it. You know, I mean, I think I'm good at it. So, you know, so yes, past fashion, I'm definitely into music.
Okay.
I like to cook. I don't really cook that much, but I like to cook. So who knows, you know what I'm saying? It could be a food truck in my future. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, Hector's Tacos. I don't know, something. Tacos. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love Taco Tuesdays.
That's a fact.
I add a little Hennessy in my shit or something.
Oh man.
9.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the process of your designs?
Emotion.
Okay.
I mean, cliche as it is for my brand, because forgive my emotion, but emotions, feelings, things that I'm going through, things I've been through, situations that may have affected me. For the most part, I try to go to like the core. I feel like when it comes to anything, if the basis of it comes off of traumatic events in your life, it just makes a better story. You know, I mean, I get it. If somebody had 1,000 happy stories, you happy from like, oh, that's great, you know.
Yeah.
But people love drama.
That's
so
a fact.
with all the shit that's going on in the world right now, all the turbulence, all the optimistic, imperfect ideas, ideologies of how we should function and live and be, I take all those experiences, all those feelings, all those emotions, even if it's based off like a story, that a conversation me you may have. You may say something that strike something in my head, and it's like, yo, that would be great on a shirt. That's always my mind from like, that would be great on a shirt. That could be a t-shirt in itself, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I always think about like, that would be great on a shirt. And then in my mind, my job at that point is like, how can I take that emotion and then translate it into fashion? You know, so that's what I try to do. And so far, it's worked out for me. You know what I mean? So far, it's worked out for me.
10.
What advice would you give someone watching this episode?
Look at the camera when you're talking, because I realize now I was looking down most of the time.
We having a
I'm
conversation.
into my thoughts and stuff. But now, real talk. Just when it comes to fashion or anything you do, any endeavor you do in life, just be passionate about it. Like really, really invest. Go all the way into it. Don't play with it. And I think that was kind of like a fault of mine, because originally when I started my brand, back now we're talking about F&Me's can be archived as far as me making individual pieces, quiet pieces just for self, not really even publicizing to anybody around me, except for my close friends. But I mean, you know, capturing pictures and photos or just taking little sneaky flicks of things that I try to create. This goes back to like 2012.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So technically, if they say it takes overnight for a brand is 10 years, I should already be on my way. But since I played with it at the beginning, I was more like, for me, it was just all experimental. Let me get enough feedback and information from the people around me to know that I'm going in the right direction. That's what I would say was my biggest downfall. Waiting to see if the people around me accepted what I was doing, rather than letting the people around me know that this is the wave. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with anything you do, music, fashion, cooking, whatever. You know what I mean? You put your best foot forward, and people around you just gonna gravitate to it if it's dope. You know what I mean? So if you have a solid product and you present it correctly, you know, and you don't have no hiccups or how you describe it or how you talk about it, when somebody asks you what's going on with this, you'll see that your energy and how you speak about your product is gonna gravitate all this particular love and attention.
That's a fact. It's all about the confidence.
Yeah, so be confident, be sure in what you're doing, know the product that you're selling, and don't worry about anyone liking it, because the objective is to make the world love it. You know what I'm saying? So
I love all that. Well, that's the 10 questions. I appreciate you coming through, showing love.
guy.
Just let the people know where they can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff.
Well, you know, it's Heck. For those that know me, Boppy. Social media, Wise Guys Heck on all platforms. And additional to Wise Guys Heck on all platforms, you can follow, of course, the brand F&ME1985. That's F&ME1985. And, you know, just chop it with me. Hop in my DM. Let's talk about fashion. And if you read my bio, it'll say, not for resale to the unfashionable. So it's very self-explanatory. If you have any discrepancy with what you see on my page and how I present my brand, then it's not for you, and it's cool. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? My cloth is for people that are secure and proud in their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions. You know what I mean? And they're not worried about wearing any of it on their sleeve, literally. You know what I'm saying? So you know how people say wear your heart on your sleeve. You can wear your heart on your sleeve with my clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for it.
That's dope. Well, that's what it is. Catch you on the next episode. Peace out.
You know the vibes. My guy. You look good in that hoodie too, by the way.
Yeah, this hoodie is fire.
You look good in that shit.